So how do we fix problems here in the office? We do three basic things: exercise, adjustment, and traction. And the reason why we do these three things is because the spine isn't just one component. It's bones, it's joints, it's nerves, muscles, tendons, ligaments. And you have to be able to address as many of those tissues as possible in order to try to change the spine. So let's say we identify a problem in somebody's spine, and we say, can you see how her neck is shifted off center here? Mm-hmm. Okay, so her neck is shifting to her right. And she comes in, let's say, with neck pain and headaches. And so I'm going to tell her, hey, we've done an evaluation with you, your head is shifting off center, I'm pretty sure this is a major contributor to your symptoms, right? So we start doing some therapy with her because she just not only wants to get rid of the pain, she also wants to get rid of the root cause of the problem. So if she takes drugs, she can get rid of this pain, more than likely. But more than likely, it's also going to come back. And so by doing this type of rehab, we can get to the root cause of the problem. And what we do in essence is exercise, works the muscles. We do some adjusting to work the joints and nerves, affect them in a positive way. And then we do traction. And traction is a key component here because we're affecting ligaments. Are you familiar with what a ligament does, or what it is? Okay, can you give me a definition? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Well, with my ACL,
That's a ligament.
It kept the knee stable, the inside of the knee.
Perfect answer. It connects bones. It keeps things together. It's the masking tape of your body, right? And so your spine, when we look at the spine, it's not just bones hanging out in space, right? They're all connected through ligament tissue. Any joint in the body is connected by ligaments. And a common misconception is that muscles hold joints together and hold bones together. They don't. What do muscles do? They move things, right? So they move those bones around. But this joint, this elbow joint, is held together through those ligaments. And the spine is no different. Each one of these bones is connected to the other through ligament tissue. So when we look at the spine, if we want to change the position of the spine, we have to affect ligaments in order to get the spine to change permanently. Okay? So this person is kind of stuck in this position for all intents and purposes, right? So we're going to teach them an exercise to work the muscles. We're going to do some adjusting to work on the joints and nerves. And then we're going to do some traction to stretch those ligaments. Okay, we're stretching her back to get those ligaments to stretch. Because here's the key. One last take-home message here. If you have these ligaments in the spine you want to change permanently, you have to stretch them for more than 5 minutes. Okay? Ligaments are viscoelastic. So I've got these ligaments. Let's use the neck for an example. If my neck is too flat or my head's too far forward, I've got ligaments on the front of those vertebrae which connect those bones together and hold you there. And I want to change that. So I'm going to stretch a ligament. If I stretch it for less than 5 minutes, it acts like a rubber band. Okay? So if I stretch like this, and then I come back, it's just going to snap right back to its original position. This doesn't change, right? Mm-hmm. Same shape. So if I stretch a ligament for more than 5 minutes, it starts to act like silly putty, right? So I'm sitting there stretching my ligaments for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, up to 20 minutes maximum. And then I let go. Is that ligament now a different shape? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it deforms. So you get into what's called the viscous phase of the ligament, and you actually get it to deform and change. And that's how we get the spine to change permanently, right? Whether, we have this woman here that we use as an example. She's got a flattening of her neck and her head's too far forward, and we corrected her curvature. Or any number of the people that we show on our TV. That was done because those ligaments were able to stretch and remold. Okay? That's a key component to doing that. So if you want things to change permanently, that's what it takes. All right, so I'm going to cruise through this. Initial intensive care, we just treat somebody, could be even daily, to get them out of pain, right, as quickly as possible. We have corrective care. So if we identify structural problems in the spine and we want to correct those things, then we utilize the exercise adjustment and traction to correct those problems. And most people do it about 3 times per week. We try to make some sort of routine out of it because that's how you're going to have success, just like if you're having an exercise routine, right? So the way to think about changing the spine is just like any other aspect of your body. If I'm going to lose 50 pounds, I better stay pretty consistent. and dedicate myself to doing that. And the spine is no different, right? You've got to put some effort forth, and it's all going to be done by you, the patient. Very little on my part. I show you the way, right? But we're really good at that, showing you the way and encouraging you along the way. We re-exam at least every 30 days, if not sooner, and about every 90 days we take an x-ray or evaluate the structure. And that allows us to see how much improvement somebody's making, if they're done, and that's pretty variable, but 90 days usually maximum. But research shows us that it takes your body about 90 to 180 days to really conform to a new position. So even after somebody's done doing treatment here in the office, we still tell them, you know what, you need to keep doing those exercises so that this really becomes ingrained. We want to retrain that muscle memory and that posture and that body alignment to acquire that new position. So, stabilization care, that's basically maintenance where people come in as needed or once a month, once every 8 weeks, whatever the case is, to kind of keep things going in the right direction. So abnormal posture equals abnormal spine. We can correct those things by eating, exercise, adjustment, and traction. It takes about, 8 to 12 weeks, depending on the person, to go through this rehabilitation. Age is a big factor, right? The younger we are, quicker things change. Has the problem been there a long time? Is there any damage in the spine? And how hard do you work at it? Do you do the exercise, adjustment, and traction? And if you do that, you're going to see things start to change and move, right? And then the last one was, how fast does your body change? Everybody's different, right? So one person might change very quickly, another might change slowly. But the best thing you can do, you can't really control that, right? Again, what you can control is doing those exercises and doing the traction and so on. A nice little kind of exercise to do on your own is creating health goals for yourself. And I found this quite helpful to do once when I was at a seminar and somebody was talking about it, and they're like, who here has health goals? It's a room full of doctors, and 2 people raise their hand. It's like, even we don't think about that, right? But do you have a retirement plan? Do you save money? You've thought about that and planned that out, right? So why is your health any different than your financial health? Yeah. Not so much, right?
No, it shouldn't be.
Right, exactly. So the thing is, I can wake up 20 years from now and just hope for the best, or I can do things now proactively and plan that out and make sure that I reach those goals. Like when I'm 70, I want to be able to ski with my kids, right? That'd be great. But I better do things right now to take care of my hips and knees, or I'm not going to be able to do that activity, right? One of the most common things I hear is, I know I have crappy posture, but hey, what are you going to do, right? It's kind of like, But there are things you can do about changing that, improving it, right? You can do things to improve these situations if you do the right stuff. I love this quote. To live a long, active, energetic life. Who here wants that? Yeah, I'll take that. Few things matter more than good posture. That's Rene Caillet, MD. Okay? Rene Caillet is the leading authority on neck and back disorders. He's written several textbooks on the problem. He used to teach at USC Medical School. He's since retired. But this is not even a chiropractor, right? This is a medical doctor who's saying, guess what? Your posture, your spinal alignment should be an integral part to your overall health and well-being. And it's something you need to be aware of and work on. Sound good? Mm-hmm. Great. There you are.